Girish Sodani will be joining us on the fundamental front, and Rajesh Bhosle will be joining us on the technical. So do call in on the numbers that are flashing on your screen as we speak. And let's take the first WhatsApp query. Neeraj has written to us from Pune. He has 50 shares of Hindustan Zinc at 757.39 apiece. Now, Hindustan Zinc has fallen over 30% in the last 6 months. If we can pull up the chart and also see how it's been performing in today, it would also give us a better perspective. And there you go, it has been down around 4% and close to 5% in today as well. Now, Neeraj had bought these shares at 757 levels, and as you can see on the charts, it's currently trading around 430 levels. So let's go with you, Girish, on this one. Do you recommend Neeraj to hold on to Hindustan Zinc or to sell?
First of all, we have a more focus on the metals as well as the aluminium sectors, because they are just expanding in the gold mines blocks as well as the other blocks which are coming soon in the budget ratios also. So just wait and watch. I'm just suggesting that to do the average of near around 400 levels and just hold for the time frame of 1.5 years for the good upside into it.
Let's go quickly across to the next query that we are getting from Hyderabad. And what we are understanding from this is that this gentleman named Sainath has written to us. He's bought about 500 stocks at 104.45 a piece. This is Apollo Microsystems. Now, he wants to know if he should add, hold or sell. Now, the stock, I think, was up over nearly 9% today. And Apollo Micro is, of course, electronic components manufacturer, and it's also received a significant order recently from the DRDO. So I think he's wanting a holistic sort of a view. So Girish, would you like to take this one?
Yes, I think they have a little bit of good order book sizes right now in last 3 quarters itself. So just wait and watch. I'm just more bullish on the perspective of just holding the stop loss from the 90 rupees itself and just hold for the 1.5 year itself. So looking out for the good perspective in the term gains of the order books, as well as we have come in the fundamental terms, then just expecting the good numbers in the next 2 quarters itself from the results.
Rajesh, would you also hold a similar view on this one? And any other stocks, Rajesh, that you recommend in this segment?
Yeah, so definitely Apollo Micro, we are seeing price and volume based breakout. So definitely he can add as well. If he gets a dip towards 104, 105, definitely can add with a stop loss of 100. In a near term, he can expect a target towards 125. That was its previous high in July month. So definitely a buy with a stop loss of 100.
Okay, got that. And viewers, again, a gentle reminder for all of you to call us, to call in. We're taking your calls live and our guests are here to answer your queries. So don't hesitate, and we're here to take them. And let's go to the next WhatsApp query. Venkat has written to us from Chennai. He has 3,000 shares of IDFC First Bank at 73 a piece. And now, IDFC First Bank is quite a repetitive stock. A lot of viewers keep asking on this particular company. It is currently trading at 63 rupees of thereabouts and has been up about 2% in today, but has fallen over 27% in the last 1 year. As you can also see on your charts, it's a red scene out there. So it also reported the highest negative financing profit of 1,482 crore since September 2021. So Girish, I'd like to get your sense on this company and what would you recommend our viewer to do?
Frankly, IDFC have a little bit bearish on that particular notes, because we're talking about their quarter results as well. They're just reducing their profits in the term means of not only in the loan book as well as the CASA books also. So I'm not very much bullish in that. So my suggestion is to sell the positions from here, because if we see that the 25 financial year 25, it would be the more competitive year for the financials industries too, because they are just reducing their loan books too. So just sell from here and just shift it to the another good bank if they just more focus on the banking sector.
All right, let's in fact go across to a caller who's joining us from Bengaluru. Hi Sachin, how are you doing this evening?
Thank you, madam. Thank you for receiving my call.
Yes, please, Sachin, how can we help you?
Madam, NTPC Green about short term.
Okay, and how many shares have you got of NTPC Green, and what was the thought process behind buying it?
Madam, actually I bought 750 shares at the rate of 153, madam.
750 you said?
Yes, madam. Actually,
Okay, at the rate of 153, and you're looking for a short-term view of it. Let's go to Rajesh first. Rajesh, NTPC Green, it's been performing very steadily. What's your sense on it? Though the viewer, is looking at a short-term sort of a view, maybe a couple of months.
Since it's a new listing, we won't be able to comment on it.
All right. Girish, you want to take this one then?
Yes, my suggestion is because we are talking about the NTPC Green now, they are just coming to the recycling, renewable energies and concepts like this because the governments are more pushing out for the budget perspective too. So just hold the positions as of now. My suggestion is to just hold the very stickless stop loss of 88 rupees. That is a very strong, sustainable stop loss. We can say that. So just hold with the 88 rupees and just hold the positions right now.
So it's a hold on NTPC Green. Now let's go across to another WhatsApp query written to us from Gopal. Gopal hails from Hyderabad and he holds 100 shares of Tata Technology at 1,090 apiece. Now Tata Technology is a subsidiary of Tata Motor that fell over 24% in the past 1 year. So Rajesh, do you think 2025 could be better for this company in some way?
So this has been an underperformer, but if we consider the indicators are a bit oversold and we are also seeing positive divergence. So currently he can hold on to it somewhere around 860 to 870. We are seeing strong support of reciprocal retracement. So as of now, hold and on bounce back, possibly expect levels of around 970 to 980 where he needs to recheck the charts.
Okay. Let's take in. Do we have a caller next? All right, let's take another WhatsApp query that's coming in. Madhu from Bengaluru wants to know about Mazagon stocks. Now, defense stocks, of course, have been doing quite well. I think Madhu has 32 shares at 2,541 rupees per piece. Now, wants to know whether they should be holding or selling. Now, the Defense Ministry, of course, has also signed another contract worth 1,990 crore rupees with Mazagon Docks today, but the stock hasn't given any attractive returns in the past 1 month. So quickly going across to Rajesh on this one. Rajesh, do you recommend a hold or a sell on this one? And any other views that you can share with us in the defense space?
So yes, definitely can hold on to Mazagon Dock. If we see during the month of November, we saw there was a reversal. So we are expecting that from the lower levels, this stock will bounce back. The stock has a strong support somewhere around 2,200, where we are seeing 50-day EMA. So hold on to it. On bounce back, he can expect a retest of 2,700. Along with Mazagon, we are also bullish on HAL Mazagon. So definitely defensive counters are one space which will buzz from here onwards ahead of the budget.
Okay, so it's a buy on HAL and the defense space looks bullish. That's what we've gotten. But let's go across to Anshul. Anshul is joining us on the call from Mumbai. Hi Anshul, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Please go ahead with your question, Anshul.
I bought 100 shares of Vedanta Limited at the rate of 500. I'm a long-term investor and I bought mainly for dividend deal, as well as there is a plan of demerger into 5 companies.
Right.
But after I bought, the shares are going down and down only. So what is the fundamental and technical outlook of these shares over a period of 2 years?
Anshul, before I take that question to our guests, I also want to understand when did you invest in Vedanta? When were these 100 shares purchased?
About 10 days back only.
About 10 days back.
Going X for the dividend.
Right. And did you purchase all these 100 shares together or did you aggregate them?
Yes. No, in one shot.
In one shot. Okay.
All together, yeah.
Okay, understood. Girish, you heard our viewer. He's invested in Vedanta, 100 shares in fact, and he's bought them quite recently, 10 days back at 500 levels. What would your recommendation to our viewer be on this particular company?
So I heard that it's related to the dividends because the company's dividends payouts was excellent. He says that at 235% still. So I'm more bullish on the dividend prospects. But right now the company are going into their own restructuring process also and working on their margins prospects too. So just hold the positions for the long term because they are more focused on the long term perspective. So my long term view is bullish for the Vedanta, and the propositions was very similar to the Hindustan Zinc itself also. So just more focus on the good upsides for the next 2 years time frame.
All right, quickly before we go across to our next question that's coming in, we'd request our viewers to start, to keep calling us. We are receiving a lot of phone calls, but the numbers are flashing on your screen, and over the next 40-45 minutes, we'll be taking your calls live. So do call in and, ask our experts your questions. Quickly going across to the next WhatsApp query that we have, Raghunath from Hyderabad has written to us. And the stock that he's talking about is Adani Green. He's bought 27 shares at 1,099. Now, he wants to know if he should hold it for the long run or sell it on rallies. Now, of course, Adani Group stocks have done really well today. And Adani Green particularly has seen cuts of over 40% in the past 6 months. Now, let me go across to both our guests on this. Rajesh, first to you. In the short term, he wants to know, should he sell it on the rallies? What's your suggestion on that one?
So yes, as highlighted today, Adani space were in a buzz, and if we see the stock has a support around 1,000 levels, and we are seeing signs of higher bottom formation. So definitely hold on to it. 1,000 is a very strong support, and on a bounce back, expect levels around 1350 to 1380, where recently we saw a top formation. So as of now, hold with a stop loss of 1,000, but on a bounce back, 1350 to 1380 will be a stiff resistance to cross.
Okay, Rajesh, is that a view that you agree with? Sorry, Girish.
Yeah. So my view is also on a hold basis because I'm more perspective on the time frame of 1.5 year itself. I'm looking out more in the profit growth of 36% CAGR in the last 5 years. So, and the promoter also holdings going to be increased in the last 2 quarters itself. So my position is completely on the basis of hold for the long term of 1.5 years.
All right, just to tell our viewers that NDTV is a subsidiary of Adani Media Group, and this is an Adani Group Limited company.
Okay. Let's go across to our next query. We have Raghuram, who's written to us from Bhubaneswar on WhatsApp. He holds 500 shares of Afcons infrastructure at 520 a piece. And because he's asking for a short-term outlook, I'd also request our team to put up the chart so that we can see how it has performed in today. And till then, this is a Mumbai-based construction company. The stock has given meager returns in the past couple of months. So Rajesh, I'll come to you on this one. As you can see also on the charts that it has dropped out pretty much today as well. What would your sense of this company be? And also if you could, suggest a couple of other counters that could be attractive in the engineering and construction space, because it's a big theme.
So yes, as of now, post listing, we have seen gradual up move in this counter where higher top, higher bottom structure is visible. For now, this support comes somewhere around 500. As long it holds, there is a possibility the stock can retest levels of 560, 570. So hold for now. 500 is a key support. If that breaks, then the trader needs to exit. But for as of now, can hold on to it.
On Afcons infra, but Rajesh, because construction is such a talked about theme, and seeing how government is focusing on pushing infrastructure, do you see any other counters that could be perhaps attractive from the point of view of short-term investments in this space?
So if you see L&T, it has corrected a bit, and it's now at an attractive place. Also, it's on a 200 DMA, and we are seeing positive divergence on a shorter time frame. So ahead of budget, L&T generally is a talk of town, and can expect a momentum from current levels. 4100 to 4200 is what we can expect from here, and 3400 is the near-term support for the stock.
Right, we are of course continuing to take your calls live, so do call us on the numbers that are flashing on your screens, and we've got another caller joining us right now, Kushal calling in from Bengaluru. Hi Kushal, how can we help you?
Hello. Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
This is regarding Adani Energy Solution. So I'm holding somewhere around 217 shares at the price of 1015. So what will be the target for the next 6 months? Whether should I hold it or sell?
Okay. And any particular reason that you bought these stocks, and any others that you're looking at in the energy space?
When it comes to energy sector, it's Adani Green was performing really good, and also from the past 6 months, it's not from the past 6 months, but almost from the past 1 year, it has been very much consolidated also. So I feel
okay.
Much more, yeah.
Okay, so you've thought about it quite a bit. Let me take your question first to Rajesh. Rajesh, he wants an outlook for over the next 6 months on Adani Energy Solutions.
So yes, just as highlighted, Adani space is in momentum, and even for the Adani Energy, we can see that after the sharp rally seen in November, we are seeing a higher bottom formation somewhere around 750 to 760 range. So yes, hold on to it. On a bounce back, expect levels of around 890 to 920 levels. So hold on to it. The structure seems to be positive.
Sure. What's your sense on this one and others in the energy space? Girish?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you what's your sense on this one as well as others.
The position was for the Adani Energy is completely on the hold for the 1.5 year itself. I must agree with the analyst, and just more focus on the perspective because they're improvising in the quarter numbers. So just wait and watch for the quarter numbers for any further upsides.
Okay, we'd just like to remind our viewers again that NDTV is a subsidiary of AMG Media Networks and an Adani Group company.
Okay, and let's go to Paramjeet. Hi Paramjeet, you are joining us from Pathankot, right?
Yes, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Thank you for calling Ask Profit. Please go ahead with your question.
I'm having 1,000 shares of Royal Orchid Hotel.
Okay.
I want to know the long-term as well as short-term view.
Paramjeet, when did you purchase these shares of Royal Orchid Hotels?
1 month back.
1 month back. And did you buy them together? Because 1,000 is a lot of shares.
Yes.
Okay, all of them together, one shot, one day?
Yes.
Okay, so did somebody recommend you to invest in this company?
No, I'm a very old player in this line.
Okay, understood. So Girish, we will go across to you for Paramjeet's query. He has 1,000 shares of Royal Orchid Hotels that he bought just a month back at 340 a piece, and the stock is currently trading at 354 and has been around 1.27% down intraday. When you zoom out and look at the 1 year chart, it looks pretty choppy, very volatile, and plus, views on the hospitality space have always been a mixed bag. It has been a mix of positives and negatives. So what is your sense of this company?
So if we say it's in the hospitality, because obviously they are in a focus for the there's a festival season are going on, the New Year time frames, as well as the March, we are seeing that a little bit room sizes as well as the room perspectivities are more higher. So come into the Royal Orchid now. So in they talk about the Royal Orchid, they are just expanding very aggressively. They are just footprints of more than 200 hotels in the next financial year. They are more into the planning, as well as the capex plans was excellent, as well as they are more focused on the 1100 plus rooms in the next 2 quarters itself, and expansions of their own existing properties too. So if we talk about the Royal Orchid now, I am more focused on the expanding propositions. So just hold your positions as of now for the at least 6 to 8 months minimum, and just wait and watch for the hospitality industries are just going to be, and more along with that we are more focused on the budget perspectives as well as in the hospitality sector.
Okay, we've got another caller joining in from Bengaluru. Salman is on the phone line. Hi Salman. Okay, we seem to have lost his call, but we'll take his question. I think his question revolved around Antony Waste. He's purchased 100 shares at 685.70 and he's looking for a long-term outlook on this one. Now, we've lost the call, so I would assume that he's bought this stock a few days ago only. And stock, of course, is off its highs, which it saw in October. It was hovering around 837 rupees or so. Let me go across right now to Rajesh on this one. Rajesh, what's your sense on Antony Waste?
Yeah, so if you see last 1 month chart structure, definitely it has corrected from the levels of 840 to current 600. But if you see in the past, in July month, the stock rallied from the levels of 580 in vertically towards 900 levels. So the stock is now approaching its origin point of the previous rally. The rally was seen with high volumes, whereas the recent correction is with the low volumes. So yes, he can hold on to it, but a strict stop loss needs to be put around 585 to 590 levels. If that is broken, then needs to exit. But as of now, it's on support. On a bounce back, the next resistance that is visible is at 735, where there is a bearish gap left on the daily chart.
Okay, got that. Now we have Amol joining us from Noida. Hi Amol, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Please go ahead with your question, Amol.
Actually, I bought 20 shares of Larsen and Toubro Technology Services.
Okay.
So I just wanted to know what will be the short-term target for this stock. I can hold it up to like Q3 results or Trump swearing in. Yeah.
So Amol, when did you purchase these shares of L&T Technology Services?
Just 3 days back.
8 days back. And did something trigger this purchase?
Sorry?
Did something trigger this purchase? Was there a special reason why you invested in L&T Technology Services?
Yeah, I think IT is in IT stocks are performing good, were performing better for last few days. Now though IT stocks are in correction, but I thought it is a good buy at 4700. And I think now results are also due, and Trump is also going to swear in US. So I think we will get some better gain from these stocks, IT stocks.
Good point made,
so I just
Amol.
wanted to know, like, what will be the short-term target for this? Yeah.
I'll take this question to Girish. Girish, our viewer has invested in L&T Technology Services, and he has 20 shares at 4,700 rupees. And when he was asking this question, I was going through the charts, and I went, say, 1 year, then 6 months, and then 1 month, and then past 5 days, and then today, and all of them look surprisingly red. And plus the fact that, you know, he's mentioned how IT sector is going to take an impact with Donald Trump coming in this year, approximately. We're at the edge of New Year's. So how do you look at IT space and also L&T Technology Services? Should he hold or should he sell?
So let's talk on the IT companies right now. So IT sectors are like a booming in the last 3 quarters itself, because the expansions, how the companies are going to be in the new verticals itself, like not more focus on the US and UK as well as the other countries like a UAE and the grain worlds. So these type of acquisitions are more beneficial for the IT companies, and now the US and the UKs are going to be centralized. So the IT companies are again in the focus, and obviously the Trump are there. So definitely we are into the focus of the IT companies too. And now comes to the LTTS. So they are more focused on the AI based of acquisitions. They have recently done the $110 million of the acquisitions in the AI focus itself. As well as they are more into the new further acquisitions in the Californias too. So just wait and watch for the next 2 quarters itself. My suggestion is just don't go focus on the single quarter, that is the quarter 3. Just more focus on the quarter, at least 2 quarters for the good upsides. I'm just more targeting on the around of 4,900 to 5,100 for the perspective of 1 year time frame.
All right, let's go across and speak to Zenith now. He's joining in from Bengaluru. Hi Zenith, how are you doing this evening and how can we help you?
Very well. Good evening to everybody as well. So I have a quick question regarding Skipper. And I have holding around 300 shares, and I'd like to know whether it is good enough for me to hold for a short term as well as long term. But more likely, I would like to know how far will it come down so that I can accumulate more.
Okay, so you want to average it out and accumulate more stocks. Any, if you can share with us, why did you zero in on this one and when did you buy it?
Okay, so I have bought recently. The thing is that I've been eyeing on this from quite some time. This is probably one of those stocks where you hardly see any correction. It's so very solid. First of all, and it's integrated, India's largest integrated transmission and distribution structure manufacturing company. Basically operates through 3 segments: engineering products, infrastructure projects, as well as polymer products. And the recent, the order book stands more than 6,500 crore. So which is very, very solid, profitable, it's growing really good. And its promoters holding and everything looks good. Fundamental looks fine too. I'm just waiting for the right time to buy.
Okay, so you want to buy more of this. Let's take that question quickly to Rajesh. Rajesh, Zenith wants to continue investing in this stock and he wants to know what would be a good time to do it.
So yes, definitely the skipper is in a strong uptrend, continuously moving in a higher top, higher bottom structure. Recently, in last couple of weeks, we have seen price correction. But yes, the trend definitely looks positive. He wants to add on dip. So the next support that I would say is 520, which is the 50-day moving average. And we have seen that any dip towards 50-day moving average has been bought into. That is one point. And then the next support comes around 485 to 490, where in the October month, we saw a good volume formation and from where we had seen sharp rally. So from an immediate basis, 520 is the support where he can add, and then 485 to 490 is the next very, very strong support zone.
Right. We slip into a very, very short break here on Ask Profit, but do keep sending in your questions and you can also call in. We'll be back very shortly, so stay with us on NDTV Profit.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know your company, powered by NDTV Profits Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know your company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
We set you up for the day's trade. 30 calls before the markets open on NDTV Profit.
Jubilant Food above a 600 level on Friday.
Wipro can be first trade to buy
all commodities, but in that Vedanta looks good.
Our experts give you the top stock ideas to prepare you for the day.
ICICI Lombard stocks hit the first target. It has given a very good momentum with good volume.
Don't miss the chance to make the right moves. Only on NDTV Profit, where winners are made before the bell rings.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know your company, powered by NDTV Profits Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know your company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know your company, powered by NDTV Profits Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know your company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hand.
Hello and welcome back to Ask Profit only on NDTV Profit. This is a show where you send in your queries either on WhatsApp or on calls, and we take them live through our experts. And on that note, I think we should introduce our experts once again. Girish Adani will join us on the fundamental queries, whereas Rajesh Bhosle will join us all on the technical questions that you guys have. So keep your calls coming in, and we will go across to Hari at the moment. He is joining us on the call from Hyderabad. Hi Hari, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Please go ahead with your question, Hari.
Yeah. So I want to invest in Aurobindo Pharma.
Okay.
So I would like to know what is the long-term outlook of this company and what is the entry level at this stage.
Okay. And Hari, because you've not invested yet, I am assuming that you've been reading about this particular company?
Yeah. So the stock has corrected a lot in the last few months.
Okay.
And at this stage, I'm seeing that it's reasonably valued at this stage. So I just want to see, is it the good time to invest and what are the entry levels?
Okay, got that question. Rajesh, Hari was pretty crisp and clear with his query. He wants to invest in Aurobindo Pharma. He's looking at 20 stocks per se. And as he mentioned, the stock is undergoing a corrective mode as of now. So would you suggest this to be a point of an attractive entry level?
So if you see last couple of weeks, pharma space have worked as a defensive space and have performed well. Even Oro Pharma, if we see, the stock has rebounded strongly from key supports. On the monthly chart, which is about to end tomorrow, we are seeing a monthly hammer formation. And from here onwards, we see a strong performance in Oro Pharma, at least towards the levels of 1500. So yes, definitely he can enter. The support that comes around current levels is at 1200, where the hammer formation low is formed.
All right, let's go across now to our next caller. Joining in from Bengaluru again. Hi, Kushal.
Hi, ma'am.
Please go ahead with how we can help you and what is the kind of outlook that you are viewing at this point?
Yeah, basically I have bought a Suzlon share at an average price of 68 rupees. So for a quantity of 1,500. So basically I'm looking for a long-term view on this stock market.
Okay, and just to get a bit of a background, when did you buy these shares and did you look at any other companies in the green energy space?
Yeah, so basically I have started averaging these shares from this year of June. So basically like I'm averaging since 3 to 4 months.
Okay. Let's go across first to Girish on this one. Girish is looking for a 5-year sort of an outlook on Suzlon Green Energy. So far, he's holding about 1,500 shares.
So we are a little bit bullish on the long-term perspective of the Suzlon because they are just reducing their debt as well as more focus on the debt-free perspectives too. And in the term of their quarter results, they are expecting the good quarter results as well as the good profit numbers as a growth of 19.7% CAGR in the last 5 years itself. But the major focus on there, how the quarter numbers are coming for the quarter 3 and quarter 4, we are just more focused on that. But if it long-term perspective, then obviously we are bullish into the green energy as well as the Suzlon too. So just hold your positions as of now. And if it did come down by the 40 or 42 rupees, then we have just advised to average from here itself. And then you can go ahead with the target frame of 100, 120 rupees also.
Okay, understood. Now we'll go across to Vishwa, who's joining us from Bangalore as well. Hi Vishwa, good evening. Vishwa, can you hear me? Okay, I think we've lost his phone line, but I'll take his query. Vishwa basically holds 300 shares of Varun Beverages at 550 a piece, and he's asking for a short-term outlook. Now, when I pull up the one-year chart, I see that the stock has been pretty choppy on the charts with no direction per se, and you can also see on your screens at the moment. And plus, the P ratio of this particular FMCG giant as compared to its peers is pretty high at around 85 odd levels. So, Rajesh, let's take this question to you. How do you see Varun Beverages on the chart?
Yeah, so if you see the chart of last 4 to 5 months, the stock has traded in a range where 655 to 660 has acted as a resistance, and on the downside somewhere around 600 is acting as a support. Today the stock has shown positive momentum, and it retested the higher end of 660. Now in the coming session, if there is a breakout above 660, then we can expect momentum in this counter possibly towards 730 to 750. So I need to check if 660 is crossed. If it is crossed, then definitely a buy for the targets of 730 to 750.
Let's go across to Vikram, who's joining in from Indore. Hi Vikram, how are you doing this evening and how can we help you?
I'm good, ma'am. Good evening, madam. So I had a query. I mean, this is regarding ATGL.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, this share has gone up to 4,000 rupees and came down to 650.
Okay. And
so I'm holding the shares 500 at the rate of 700.
Okay, and when did you buy these, if I could know?
So it was 6 months back. I mean, the report which came in, I mean, from the US and all. So I bought it at the bottom level. So I trusted that Adani Group. So that is the reason I'm holding it as of now. So may I know the future of this ATGL in the coming years?
Okay, let's go across first to Girish to look at a long-term outlook of ATGL, that's Adani Total Gas. Girish, take us through what you are seeing in terms of the fundamentals of the company. The viewer has bought 500 shares at 700 rupees average price and he's keen to stay invested.
Okay, so my suggestion is just hold the positions for the next 2 to 3 quarters itself. They are more focused on the just supplying the gas to the domestic as well as the commercial industrial uses. And they are just expanding into the tier and tier 3 cities very aggressively. So just hold your position as of now. And my suggestion is if it's come near around 650 or 675, it's a very good price to just do an average from here itself. And then just hold for the 1.5 year time frame.
Okay, got that. And now we, viewers, just a small disclaimer, NDTV is a subsidiary of AMG Media Networks, which is an Adani Group company. And with that, let's go to Sanjay. Sanjay is joining us on the phone call at the moment from Mysore. Hi, Namaskara, Sanjay. Am I saying that right? Is it Namaskara?
Hi, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
My name is Sanjay.
Good evening. Is it called Namaskara in your language or Namaskar?
Ma'am, KPIT technology.
Okay.
Average price 300.
Mm-hmm.
Average price 1370.
Okay.
Ma'am, short term, ma'am, one month period, ma'am.
Sanjay, I need some clarity on your question. So you have 500 shares of KPIT Tech at 1,370 a piece. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you want a short-term view on it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
January 29 record Q3 result, ma'am.
Okay, understood. Rajesh, you heard our viewer. He has 500 shares in KPIT Tech at 1,370 a piece, and he's also mentioned that the quarterly results of this company is due in January. So I guess he wants to know what to do before that time.
Yeah, so from a short-term perspective, we are seeing a reversal pattern monthly on the monthly chart. So expecting a bounce towards 1580 levels, which is the 200 DMA, but ahead of be exited because there's a bearish gap as well. So on a safer side, he can book around 1580. The support that comes around at current levels is 1400. If that is broken, even then he can exit as a trailing stop loss.
Okay, and let's go across to our next caller. Vishwant is calling us from Gurgaon. Hi Vishwant, good evening.
Hi, hello, good evening. I just want to inquire about Angel One. I want to invest into it in a long-term mindset. When should I enter it?
Okay, and Vishwant, why are you interested in Angel One particularly?
Since like Angel One is a brokerage platform, right? And also recently it it got a mutual fund license. So I think it has a pretty good long-term view.
Okay, understood. So Girish, we'll come to you on this one. Our viewer wants to sort of have a long-term outlook on Angel One, of course, this being one of the strongest brokerage houses. So what is your view on this company?
As we saw that the brokerage houses are little bit bullish on the perspective of the higher demat numbers itself, as well as the Angel One we are talking about. It's come into the very strongly into the discount broking, as well as they are more focused on the multiple wealth products lines also. So we are bullish on the perspectives. Now come to the right price to enter. So if you see that the right price to enter is my level is 2600 to 2700 level. That is more convenient level for us to just start accumulating the stock in the for the time frame of 1.5 year itself. If we say that the company profit growth, that is a 16 almost 70% CAGR in the last 5 years itself. So that's a very good numbers in the perspective of the fundamental outlooks. So just average on that or just buy on that particular level itself.
Okay, let's go across to another caller who's joining in from Kolkata right now. Monica's on the phone line. Hi Monica, how can we help you?
Hi, this is Monica here. So I want to know about Epack durables, and like I purchased the share at the price of 396 something, and I'm holding like I was holding actually 200 share, and I sold off like when it crossed to 500, and now I'm left with 100 more shares. So I want to know, like, should I like buy it or sell it off the current I have, or like accumulate more of it?
So you bought these 200 shares at what price?
398.
Okay, so you were sitting on a quite a tight profit already. Let me take that question to I think to Rajesh first. Rajesh, I think she's looking to make some profits on this. What's your sense on Epack durables? She's already sitting on a tidy amount.
Yeah, so overall trend definitely it's positive. Recently it was in a consolidation phase, but now we are seeing that after holding on to the 510 levels, a breakout is visible. Possibly a extended move can be expected towards 600. So yes, hold on to it, can keep a trailing stop loss of 480, and the target which she can expect is towards 600 in the near term.
Okay, got that. And now we have Ravi calling us from Noida. Hi Ravi, good evening. Ravi, can you hear me? Okay, I think there's some issue with the phone line, but I'll take his question. He holds 500 shares of Coal India at 410 apiece, and he is, I think, wanting to know if he can buy more stocks, and also if he should hold on to this company for a long time. Now, as far as I see, Coal India has dropped a tad bit today in trade, and the current price is around 378. So it is less than what he has bought at the moment. So therefore, he is sitting on a tad bit of loss, and plus the charts also looks a little choppy from 1 year wrong perspective, and the price has dropped to a level from where it started the year at. So Girish, let's take your view on Coal India, because our viewer wants to know if he can add more shares of the same company and also hold on to this for a long time. What's your sense on it?
First of all, it's a very good candidate for the long-term perspectives. Almost a debt-free companies, as well as the dividend yield was very excellent at a 6.7%. So, in the terminal fundamentals, the companies was very strong. Now, come to the perspectives of the buying. So, if he says that the buying perspectives, it would be the if the long terms, then the definitely 350 or 345. If it's come they are near that particular range, the average is very excellent one. Apart from that, if the production cycle, because the consolidation is because the production targets, they are just focused on the financial year 25, they little bit mix it out. So this is a major reason that's the reason the coal India was little bit you can say come into the downside propositions. But if it stays in the long run propositions, we are more focused on the range of 500 to 550 rupees also. So just focus on the whole basis and just average if come around for 340 levels.
Okay, let's go across to another caller joining us from Bangalore. Satyajit is on the phone line. Hi Satyajit, how are you doing and how can we help you?
Yeah, hi ma'am, good evening. I have a question regarding the Bharat Dynamics. I bought 9 shares at 1266 rupees, but the current price is very low. So what should be your suggestion? Should I invest more, wait for some more time? What can be?
Okay, and is this the only stock that you looked at in the defense pack, or is there, were there others?
Lowest I have in my list, that's why.
Okay, let's take that question. You're of course looking at a bit of a low in this one. It's been quite choppy when we see the charts as well of its highs, but let's go across right now first to Girish on this one. Girish, he wants to understand the fundamentals of this, and obviously it's trading at a lower price. Should he buy more and then average it out, or should he hold them? What's your sense?
Currently, we are more focused on holding on the defense particular shares, because if he says that in last 4 quarters, like just except the last 2 quarters, before that the defense was like running like a heavy horses. So we can't say that these are the consolidation modes for the defense as well as the railway sectors aspect. So just more focus on the hold the positions as of now. This is not a right level to do an average of 1100 plus. If it's come around nearby the more 10 or 15% or 20%, some around 1050, 1070, then that will be the very good level to do an average. But here the perspective is for the 1.5 years, because the budget also on his way. And we are more focused on the defense sectors. And if we see is in the order books also, there's getting a very good order books in the term range of not in the domestic perspective as well as the international market too. So just hold your positions right now.
Hold your positions on Bharat Dynamics. And let's take Anuj on the call. Anuj, hi.
Hi.
Hi, you're calling us from Ranchi, right?
SRF. Yes, I'm calling from Ranchi.
Welcome to the show. Please go ahead.
I have 51 shares of SRF. I had actually bought it for long-term investment. But unfortunately, it's been like 2 years and I'm still in loss. I'm having a loss of around 8%.
Okay. And when did you invest in SRF?
I think in 2021.
Okay, a couple of years back. And
couple of years back, yeah.
And did you read about this company before investing in this?
Yes, I did. I did.
Okay, understood. And now, what is it that you want? Like, do you want a long-term perspective or a short-term perspective? Are you searching for something particular?
Long-term.
Long-term. Okay.
Yeah, actually long-term. But having said that, I'm still in loss. So should I be buying more, or should I just hold on, or just get rid of it and invest somewhere else?
Got that. Girish, I'll come to you for this one. Our viewer has invested in SRF. He has 51 shares of SRF at 2,453 a piece, and he bought them like back in 2021. He's asking for a long-term perspective. What's your sense?
So I'm not very much bullish on the SRF. If it says that company fundamentals are good. They are working in a multiple project line basis. If it says that the technical textiles, chemicals, packaging films and whatnot. So they are just more focused on the focus of their companies are more into the diversifications of different verticals. So if he says in the quarter profit itself, there is a minus 33% itself. So I'm not very much bullish in the perspective of for the long term also. So just my suggestion is is to just sell their positions and just divert to the another stocks into the maybe into the defense realities and other sectors which are coming to the budget as well as the other for the next 1.5 year.
Okay, so that's a sell on SRF right now. Let's go across to Dipesh, who's joining us from Mumbai. Hi, Dipesh.
Yeah, hi. So, yeah, my question is with respect to Vodafone Idea stock. I have entered this stock at around average out around 10 rupees and holding 300 shares about it right now. So, just want to know from long-term perspective, like, will it make an investor profitable in the near term about say 1 year to 2 years?
And just a quick question, Dipesh, did you buy them at one go or was it a staggered buy?
No, I averaged it out.
Okay.
So, I have bought it at multiple rates. Like, sir, when it was since it became a penny stock, so since then I have started investing in that.
Okay, and currently, of course, it isn't doing too well. It's at 775. So since you're looking for a longish term view, first let's go to Rajesh. Rajesh, what's your sense on Vodafone Idea? How do you see the stock?
From the near-term perspective, definitely there are chances of a bounce back. We are seeing some bottoming out signs, possibly headed towards 9.5. We are seeing weekly formation, positive formations. But from a longer time frame, I would suggest to avoid any bounce towards 9.5 should be taken as an exit opportunity. And the support that comes around at current levels is somewhere around 7.20 to 7.30. So use this trading bounce to exit your longs.
Okay, got that. And we will take another WhatsApp query written to us from Venu Gopal from Hyderabad. He holds 400 shares of HPL Power at 720 apiece, and he's asking for a 1 year outlook on this one. So, Rajesh, back to you. What is your sense on HPL Power?
I'm not able to find a symbol of HBL Power. So
let's try and see. Girish, do you have any coverage on HPL Power? Are you aware of this company?
No, sorry, I am also not aware about this company.
Right.
I also need to
I think there's
find it
probably
out.
some sort of a mistake over there, but we'll take another query that we are getting in now from Hyderabad. Shailaja, Titagarh, 10 shares at 1,260. Now, Titagarh Rail Systems, of course, has been under a bit of pressure, seeing cuts for over 12% in just last 5 days. And Shailaja is looking at a 6-month outlook. Let me go across on this one to Rajesh. Rajesh, she's just got a handful of shares. What is your suggestion on it?
So definitely can hold on to it. In fact, the stock is approaching support zone somewhere around 1,022, 1,030 levels. So definitely hold on to it. Yes, in last 1 week, we have seen price correction, but overall the correction has been on the low volumes. We are headed for the budget week, and we are seeing that the stock is forming base. On the high side, the resistance somewhere around 1240 to 1250, and once that is broken, then can expect even the levels of 1500. So as of now, hold on to it.
Okay, let's do a quick rapid fire because we've got very little time on the show and we'd like to answer as many questions. Ramesh from Mumbai asking about PTC India 700 shares at 113, looking for a long-term outlook on this one. Girish, would you like to take it?
Yes, can hold your positions for the long-term perspective, but for the minimum time frame of 1.5 years.
Okay, and next query we have is on NTPC 4,010 shares at 1,139 apiece. So, Rajesh, your view, hold or sell?
Can hold on to it, a bit oversold, expecting a bounce back towards 370 levels.
Okay, another one coming in from Mumbai. Azad Ali wants to know about ONGCs. Bought 200 shares at 296 apiece, looking for a long-term outlook. Girish, what's your sense on it?
Yes, hold your positions, and if it's got the average price of around 200, 210 rupees, then to go for the average also.
Okay, and then we have Ravi joining us on the phone line. Hi, Ravi. Good evening.
Hi, ma'am. This is Ravi.
Go ahead with your question, Ravi.
I want to know 1 year look about DI cards.
Okay.
So I bought the 500 shares at 710 rupees.
Okay.
So now, like, if you see this since IPO, the company is not doing well.
Okay.
Now I want to know whether I can average it at this price or should I exit or yeah.
Okay, got that. So Rajesh, why don't you address this question? He has 500 shares of SBI cards at 710 and he's asking for a short-term outlook on this one.
So currently the stock is placed around its multi-month lows. So whenever the stock has tested levels of 650 to 640, we have seen a bounce back. Definitely an underperformer, but now it's placed at a support. So keeping a stop loss of 640, hold on to it. On a bounce back, expect levels of 730 to 750. There we need to recheck the charts.
All right, so it's a hold on that one. I'm afraid we are completely out of time on Ask Profit, but at this point, we'd like to thank both our guests, Rajesh as well as Girish, for joining in this evening. Thank you. And with that, it is a wrap on Ask Profit, but do stay with us on NDTV for more.
Thank you so much for joining and Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know your company, powered by NDTV Profits Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know your company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
We set you up for the day's trade. 30 calls before the markets open on NDTV Profit.
Jubilant Food above a 600 level on Friday.
Wipro can be first trade to buy
all commodities, but in that Vedanta looks good.
Our experts give you the top stock ideas to prepare you for the day.
ICICI Lombard stocks hit the first target. It has given a very good momentum with good volume.
Don't miss the chance to make the right moves. Only on NDTV Profit, where winners are made before the bell rings.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims?